Hello friends, my name is Morgan. I'm a registered yoga teacher and an avid reader. In my classes, I like to infuse the themes from the books that I'm currently reading with a physical asana practice. Today's class pulls themes from The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar by Roald Dahl. In this book, a wealthy man dedicates his life to achieving super yoga powers in order to become the richest man in the world. He hones his powers of concentration and meditation daily for years until he is able to read through the face of a card. Then he takes his powers to the casino. His powers bring him great success and wealth, but he no longer finds joy. When he begins to use his powers selflessly, his powers grow even greater. From Henry Sugar, we can learn that when our practice is done with full earnestness, full dedication, and firm belief, that we too can achieve super yoga powers. Now, it's unrealistic for most of us to dedicate our entire lives to our practice. However, when we are practicing, our practice should be done frequently, consistently, and with our full attention. The practice that I'm sharing with you today can be done in 15 minutes and involves the entire body, the concentration of the mind, and can be done daily. We'll begin in child's pose. Settle down into your child's pose, big toes together, knees wide, and hands reaching towards the top of your mat. Press down into your mat, creating energy and activation. We only have 15 minutes for our practice today. We need to make every pose count. Let's find pranayama, the breath, inhaling through the nose, holding at the top. And on your exhale, we're going to let everything go from before class or what's coming for us after class and settle in the present. Inhale to rise back up into tabletop. We'll start cat-cow, inhaling for cow and exhaling for cat. Inhale, drop the belly low. Exhale, arch the spine. Continue to do this following your own breath. We'll increase mobility of the spine, getting us ready for the rest of our practice today. On your next inhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips and the knees off of the mat. Find downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out your feet. We're going to move into a Sun A series, lifting the right leg to the sky and pulling it through into a low lunge. Lifting the arms up on an inhale and exhaling, finding Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Fold. Rise up, extended mountain. Forward fold, flat back, and step back into high plank. Chaturanga, high to low plank, upward facing dog, and exhale for downward facing dog. Let's do the same thing on the left side, left leg lifts, and pulls through into a low lunge. Inhaling the arms up, and exhaling to find that half split. Inhale, come forward, find a fold, half lift, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, bow forward. Flat back and step back. High to low plank. Inhale for heart opener. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do this one more time. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale to pull it through. Low lunge on an inhale. Exhale, half split. Inhale, come forward. And fold, half lift, find fold, extended mountain, forward fold, half left, step back, high plank, find a chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog on an exhale. Left side again, lift, and pull through it into a low lunge, half Hanumanasana. Step into a forward fold, half lift, fold. Rise up strong. Exhale, forward fold, halfway lift, and step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ooh, let's do that one more time. Right leg lifts. Exhale to pull it forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, half split. Top of the mat, half lift, fold. Extended mountain, fold. Half lift, chaturanga, high to low. Up dog on an inhale, down dog on an exhale. Left leg high and pulls through for low lunge. Exhale, half split. Keep your pace, top of the mat, half lift, fold. Rise up, fold. One more half lift, and we'll step back, chaturanga dandasana. Make your way back to downward facing dog, following the breath. Let's stay here for a round of breath. If your mind is ventured elsewhere, let's return it here and stay present in our practice. Let's slowly lower onto the floor with grace and control, remembering that transitions are postures in themselves and require the same amount of focus and attention. We'll prepare for locust, arms by the sides. First time, just lifting up the chest and the arms off of the mat. Staying, and then lowering down. Now just the legs and the chest will lift off of the mat. Holding at the top, staying present in this posture. Now the chest, the arms, and the legs all lift on an inhale. It is through hard work and discipline that we see the benefits of our yoga practice. Release all the way onto the floor. We'll turn over onto our backs, prepare for bridge pose. Prepare for this pose in full earnestness and full focus. Be intentional of where you place your feet and how you ground into the mat before lifting up on an inhale. We'll release back down onto the mat and then begin to pulse, following the breath to inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower back down onto the mat. With each bridge, notice something that you can do to change, to improve this posture, to become more present in your practice. Maybe for you that looks like placing a block under the sacrum, or lifting a leg, or rising up on the toes. After this one, we'll lower all the way down, and we'll take some yogi bicycles, keeping the knees at a 90-degree angle, the toes pointed. Following the breath, exhaling to crunch, inhaling to return to center. Stay here, keep your focus and your concentration for 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Go ahead and rest your feet back on the mat. We'll turn back over, staying mindful in the transition, curling the toes under, lifting the hips for downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky, and exhale, pull it forward, bringing the shin toward the top of the mat for pigeon. Engage your core to lift, and check your heel, knee, and hip are all aligned. We'll stay active and engaged in our posture today, rather than finding a sleeping pigeon. So stay upright and stay present. We'll switch the legs, coming through downward facing dog, lifting the left leg to the sky this time, and placing the left shin towards the top of the mat. Hip openers can be a source of discomfort for many. Don't allow this to be a distraction from your practice. We'll make our way out of pigeon into Janu Sirsasana on the right side. Your right leg will be extended. Left sole of the foot meets the right inner thigh. Inhale to lift the arms to the sky, and exhale to fold, keeping a flat back to save the low back. On your inhales, find length, and on your exhales, deepen your stretch. Inhale the arms back up to the sky, switch the legs out, and exhale will fold forward over the left leg. What can you modify on this side to reach your most authentic expression of the pose? Inhale the arms up and extend both legs out long for a seated forward fold. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale out through the nose. One more inhale Exhale, rise back up. Let's lower onto our backs for waterfall. This is a simple inversion that can be practiced every day. You have the option to place a block underneath the sacrum for a little extra lift, bringing the heart over the head. You have the option here to find movement or to remain in stillness. If you are comfortable here with a block, you're welcome to stay, or you can join me for plow pose, lifting the hips up over the shoulders, setting the toes back behind you, and supporting yourself with your upper arms. You are dedicating 15 minutes of your precious time today to your practice. If you find yourself thinking about what happens after practice or what happened before, return to the present and give your practice the devotion and time that it deserves. Slowly begin to make your way out of your inversion, making sure to remove a block if you've got one. We'll take Supta Baddha Konasana before we end our practice today, placing the soles of the feet to touch, allowing the knees to fall wide, and gently laying one hand on the heart and the other on the belly. Find an easy breath. Take this time to show yourself thanks and gratitude for taking the time to practice for 15 minutes today. Extend your legs out long and your arms by your sides to prepare for Shavasana, your final resting posture. Our meditation practice today comes from the wonderful story of Henry Sugar. Emmerich Kahn says that each evening I sit down and close my eyes and visualize the face of the person I love best, which is my brother. I concentrate upon visualizing his face, but the instant my mind begins to wander, I stop the exercise. Then I try again. Imagine the person's face that you love the most. Try to concentrate on their face, maybe just for 15 seconds. Maybe you are able to concentrate for 15 seconds, maybe not. Either way, try again. One does not develop yoga superpowers overnight. Meditation takes strong amounts of concentration, focus, belief, and will. Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 1.14 says that practice becomes firmly grounded when well attended to for a long time without break and in all earnestness. This 15-minute class is an excellent start to a well-attended yoga practice. And it's important to remember that that's all yoga is, a practice. Slowly begin to reawaken your body, deepening your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes, flooding your eyes open. We'll meet at a seat at the top of your mat. I would love to know what you do to commit to a daily practice in the comments. Thank you for joining me today. I bow to you as you bow to me, and together we say, Namaste.